Alright, it should be recording now. Alright. Hey guys, welcome to Race League. So, I'm going to go and do the race reviews for, weeks 21 through 25 CRL. So, this is my first time doing this. I think, I made a video a few weeks ago actually talking about this, or probably a while ago. I don't even know the last real video I put on the channel. First off, I will say, this will be my last video before I do go on vacation. When I come back, definitely a lot of updates, along with definitely a lot for the year-long format. I have already revealed a couple things that will be happening in 2025. I have also revealed the next schedule. I think it is still in the YouTube community section. I definitely don't think I did a video with it, but yeah. So 2024. Like I said, I've ran the last 5 weeks here in the season, but yes, this is my first time doing this video this way. So just kind of figure out how to do the video. Someone else who does like the little recaps is Cam Spinner. He does kind of his thing where it shows the winner and all the results. Unfortunately, I don't have the really Photoshop thing to really do it right now with the computer or really the time to do it. And yeah, so anyway, I guess we're going to get into it here. So this is kind of the more 5 recent weeks here in the year-long format. Of course, back on the channel a while ago, of course, you saw every single week I was posting these races, like the results of the races, and this, of course, is next year Model 24. One big announcement that we'll know is that we are moving to the Gen 6 car again for 2025, just to have some more paint scheme creativity. I have already started working on kind of one of the first cars I have thought up for my race team. I did kind of actually put a photo of it on my Snapchat, but of course no one's going to react to it on Snapchat. But anyway, we're going to get to the little recap here for the last 5 weeks here of the CRL season. And this, of course, is also setting up for the final stretch that this season will have, which will be the last 5 races after next week. I think we start with Kansas with that, and it will end like first or second week of September, right around the Atlanta Motor Speedway weekend in real life. So anyway, here we go with this here. So first up is Chicagoland Raceway here. So this race right here, it was really not a bad race. So of course it started out Kel Campbell on the pole, dominating early on in that race, getting the lap traffic, and I think it was really about the halfway point where Caleb led at 26 laps here. Yeah, Caleb was working on passing Vinny Scholes and Jace Turner. And I don't remember how it happened. I think Vinny Scholes tried blocking Caleb to go in turn 3, and Caleb got loose on the apron, came back up, wrecked into Vinny and Jace, taking Jace Turner out. And I don't know why the game gave me a penalty for that in this race here. But yeah, so Jace Turner, who has been unlucky not getting a single win this season, and yeah, he's probably go winless in this season. It'd be his second CRL season just this year being winless. Ends up being last year, and then Vinny Scholes, she was involved in that wreck as well, so she was slow the rest of the race. Jalen Bounds at the end of this race had an engine issue or something like that, so she fell out. Jalen was one of the main contenders for the championship after winning Portland. Going into this race here, so yeah, definitely her in the championship there. But yeah, Latonya Gray got the race win. So on a technicality, this was her third win of the season. However, I made a little like one of those little things. I guess like you see the wrestling a lot where basically something happens, something else is going to happen, and basically what I said is if Latonya easily wins this race, which she obviously did, beating out Emma Bartlett and Cheryl Simmons, I would go back and redo the Daytona race and see if the result will be different with me in the race. Spoilers. It did end up being different. I actually ended up winning the race over Emma Bartlett, coincidentally. I should probably shouldn't have results in this video, but I didn't. But yeah, Kel Campbell did end up winning that race there, and this does help Caleb in the championship, and you'll see it in the video too, kind of why. Because it gives that one race back. So kind of everything did happen. I think only really the CRL 2000 season is the only season I did not go back and redo that race that I originally missed. I think I explained it more in the 2000 video, so I ain't gonna talk about much here. But yeah, Latonya Gray, she got the winner of Chicagoland. Definitely big one for Latonya. She's really shown as a breakout driver. Also, she's really been winning on the mile and a half so far this year in general. Winning the Coke 600 here in this series. She won the regular Charlotte in the 2000 season. I'm waiting for her to really break out in the X Series because I have actually done the first 6 X Series races. I still need to get the race winner photos and do the results for all those races. I do want to make sure they're posted on YouTube separately. I'll post those in the community tab, and yeah, I gotta get the Discord little group thing made too on that part. In the Discord group, I gotta make that little section or channel. But yeah, Emma did end up being second in this race. Kel Campbell did end up coming back to finish third in this one after damage from the wreck with Vinny Scholes and Jace Turner. Cheryl Sims, Massey is your top 5. Then William Bales, Joshua Barlett, Osprey Bracey, and Keratin T were your top 10. I noticed to pronounce Keratin's last name correctly now, but I might keep him as Keratin T a little bit. Actually, I did do his real last name in the X series, so you'll see that in that part. But I'll probably keep it just T, just keep it that short, like how Bracy is. And yeah, really everybody else here in the field that finished out in this one here, Chicagoland, really doesn't much else happen in that race there at the end of after Latonya Gray got the winner of Chicago. So I believe up next, this is going to be Nashville. So I do want to go and put a big asterisk talking about this race real quick. I actually ran an original version of this race and I ended up winning it, getting my 10th win of the year. However, when I was doing the burnout, I was doing something and I accidentally did one of the little keys where it went off the game and yeah, I crashed the game and nothing was saved from the race after during because I went off the game during the burnout. But yeah, so in the original running, I ended up winning the race. I think Keratin was actually second to me. And then I think Jalen, Braden were probably there, probably William Bounds were all up there battling in the field as well. So I had to redo the race, and this was a 94 lap race. So I literally sat there, was like, "There's no way I'm going to sit here and run this race again." So this is probably the only time this season I will ever have my AI car run for me. And my AI car, it kind of disappointed in the race, honestly. And I mean, no surprise how the game is another NASCAR. Never 2003, it's kind of like the parody of what NASCAR has a lot, honestly. And that's one of the fun things about this game. It has a lot of parody in it. And it definitely showed it. So Will dominated the race. Eli Johnson got to pull in this one. But yeah, Brady C right in the race led the last two laps to get his third win of the season. And William Bales definitely has had a big trend of finishing second a lot in this season so far. I don't really have it marked down for all race he was the runner up in. Definitely, I could probably look back at through all the race standings eventually. But yeah, Will end up being runner up in this race here, and Brady beat him out there right at the end of that race. It was a photo finish too, as you can tell. And I mean, it wasn't a bad race to watch. Kate Summers got her lesson laps. Cameron Perkins a good run for him. Perkins he's kind of jumping up there. He's running better. Like I said, I did update the ratings to kind of get some drivers a more of a boost, and some drivers kind of fell back just a tiny bit of all the good teams here. Yeah, Perkins was definitely one of the ones that got that boost. Caleb ended up being six. Benny Scholes, Karis T, Carly C, Sarah Shilson top 10. There was one caution to race. This was near the end of the race there. I believe Megan Bell blew up. Joshua Barley might have been involved in this too, but they both were out of the race there due to wrecks. So yeah, they both had an accident and everything, so they definitely were. But I remember Megan Bell. I saw her kind of blow up. I was not really looking at the game a lot during this race when I reran it, but yeah, I know she blew up in a wreck happened. Jalen Turner ended up being 4 laps down. This definitely has been her and Jalen for being the championship threat. And Jalen Bales as well. She hasn't been running too hot too, so she definitely didn't get anything good. And funny enough too, in the original running this race too, I think there was no cautions. And Latanya Gray actually had an engine issue at the start of the race, so she would have originally have not been on the lucky side of anything in this race here in this one day. Oh, also Megan Bell also was a debut this race, along with Kylie Markham, and I believe Mattis Contreras came back to get in the 33. So they are all of note in this field, and I think only Maddox is not in the X Series field for that season, but the two girl drivers that added in definitely are in this field. So that was Nashville. Up next, this is Darlington. So Darlington's another interesting one. So I was running the full length Southern 500 in this one. However, the game crashed once again near the end of the race. So what I did is I did a restart with 37 laps to go. I did win the original pole in this race, I believe, and yeah, I did pull away. And then basically what happened is Ozzy Purdy had caused an incident. And I think she was the last finishing AI. Yeah, she was the last finishing car in this race. And yeah, William Bales ended up pulling off the win there. Me and Will were kind of up there in the original running, so I figured, hey, why not just go let Will get that win because he's been so close to winning. And this also does kind of give Will more gain in the points to Caleb. I think he's gained on Caleb in the last these two races here mainly in the points. Yeah, Will was up there, then Caleb kind of gained back after Chicagoland. And yeah, Will now kind of right there behind Caleb in the points. I think Jalen stayed in third, and then Latonya was in fourth in the points here after this race. Yeah, Eli Johnson ended up being third in this one. Megan Bell, a big top five. Max Contreras, big top five too. Then Keratin once again. Kate Summers, Benny Scholes, Cam Spinner, top 10. Then Jalen Bell's in your top 10. I think Latanya Gray, she didn't get a good run here again, 19th. That definitely hurt her in the running here as well in this one here with the 32 drivers in this field. So yeah, Darlington, I think Will would have won the original race too. I do remember that spring race too. Jalen Turner ended up winning the race. There was me, her, and Will battling out there. So definitely, Will was definitely still a deserving winner of this race. So now we go to Bristol. This was just last week, last Wednesday, and yeah, once again at Bristol, Caleb Campbell dominates at Thunder Valley, the last great Coliseum. And watching a bunch of wrestling videos a lot lately just for fun or no reason. I definitely had a wrestler theme song in this race before because you get the little entrance musics and stuff. And yeah, I definitely chose a great phenomenal song for this one. Yeah, Kill Cable led every lap here at Bristol, and he was just gone the whole race, honestly. And like I was just able to easily pull away win. I think originally the top six were on the lead lap as well. But some late race yellow it did happen in this race here. There was a good few cautions here, not too many. Maybe two of them were actually caused by the 4-6 rating someone, but everything else was caused by someone else. Eli Johnson and two of the Bartletts both DNF in this race there, Emma and Joshua. But yeah, so Kelly Cameron winning. Jalen Bales was the runner-up. Jalen Turner, Latanya Gray, Cameron Perkins, your top five. And yeah, this win to help Caleb pull away the points. He did end up lapping Will there near the end to kind of keep Will from gaining more spots at the end of this one. Madison has a good top 10 for her. Mega Bell, Kylie Markham got her first career top 10 in the Cup Series in this race. And then Carrington ended up being in the top 10. And Jace Turner. Jace is a little bit abysmal this season so far in this one, trying to get that first win and still hasn't been able to do it. But yeah, I really thought I have to know for Bristol. And finally, we got Talladega. So I actually just ran this race today. I did go ahead and kind of post the race winner on some of my other areas a little bit. Man, I mean, especially on Facebook, where ain't nobody going to even care that Caleb won the race, or anything else coming up, which they definitely won't get in that video or whatever, or in those announcements or whatever. But yeah, so Caleb Campbell didn't win your Talladega from the pole. So I don't know what is with Talladega, but they kept calling the start off when I was going from the pole. So what I did in this race is actually on the start, I purposely went to the rear of the field to kind of let the race would start. And it did, however, kind of mess the field up for the start of the race there, so everyone got jumbled up. So that's why there's a lot of cars that were one to about 4 laps down in this one. Yeah, but Kel Kinlan worries. I was like, I think a small pallet happened right start of the race here because Joshua Barlow's not on the running order, and he was DNF'd early on. Connor Jackal DNF'd. Connor Jackal, Cancer, and Kieran T, they actually all DNF'd the same right there. So me and Kieran were going at it for the lead, and then a slow car came right in front of us, and then Kieran kind of freaked out a little bit. His AI freaked out a little bit, and then I ran back of him, and then he went to the wall, and he actually flipped too. I went back to watch the video, and he got hit by, I think, Connor Jacklin. Gray also got a little bit of that piece of that too, and he ended up flipping from that. Jalen Balance had a bad day. Madison Yates had a bad day. Two pretty good Talladega racers. This definitely really hurt Jalen in the points there as well. And yeah, none of the AI got penalized too, by the way, for me letting the All-Star in front of me, by the way. So I know the game will let the AI jump the race on me. But yeah, so here in this Talladega race, it did go caution free for the whole second half of it. Yeah, it kind of broke up to about 2 packs there. I was leading the first pack, go through a lot of traffic. I was really just holding off everybody in this race too. But of course, talk about myself driving at in the 46. But yeah, Nia J ended up being second place here. She's one of the newer add-on drivers this year. Good run for her, and I thought she could pull off the win there. Also, I was thinking too at the end of that race that we're gonna, because we saw a decent pack for a little bit. I thought we were going to wad up at least those first 5-6 cars in the running order, and someone from the back part of the field would have probably won. But yeah, it was definitely a pretty hectic race there and a pretty intense run to the checkers there as well. Also, I think everyone on the inside lane too got screwed over except for Caleb as he started in the back there. And as you see, everyone who kind of on the inside kind of got stuck in the back. We had Caleb win the race, not Jay. Brady was third. Brady almost pulled off the win too, by the way. William Bounds was up there, definitely trying to get with Caleb in the points there. Kylie Markham got her first career top 5 CRL. By the way, actually, no, this is her second top 5. She got top 5 in one of the X Series races already. But yeah, Carly C, Ozzy Purdy, Gracie Barley, Madison Holder, Oscar all your top 10. Then yeah, Tanya Gray and Jalen Turner finish on the lead lap here. So like I said, definitely a lot of what happened early on in the race there. Definitely really kind of hurt the field here. And I just went on with it. I didn't want to have to redo qualifying, redo the whole race or anything. And yeah, I really just went with it, even though I know the game really messed up with everything there. And Kill Cable goes back to back here to kind of these first 5 weeks here, getting to the final 5 weeks of the season, which will be Kansas, Watkins Glen, Atlanta, Martinsville, Homestead, and Caleb said himself that the only track he's really worried about is Kansas based on his recent track record in the Inter 2003 side of things. Although he did win there last year, tangling year-long format. But yeah, Caleb's still worried a bit about Kansas here. So anyway, with that out of the way, here are your points going to the final 5 weeks of the season. The top 21 teams, they've all been in every single race so far. Joshua kind of included, even though you Rick Talday and Car Jack was at for one race. But yeah, everybody here in top 25, they've been intended for the full season. But yeah, so Caleb Campbell does actually kind of have a one race leader for William Bounds here. So this will be interesting to watch if Will can somehow pull off gaining points here. And I know like Kansas will probably be Caleb's really toughest test. So if he does have a bad run there, and like will Jalen Tony still run well, they're still alive for the championship. I do think this top four is still alive for the championship at the moment. Jalen and Latonya have fallen back a good bit. So this might be between Caleb and Will here for this year-long format title here. And definitely be a good shot for Will to get a second title. Caleb could get a sixth in just the year-long format. Yeah, I'll be definitely be interested to see throughout the final few races. And Jalen Turner is still hanging on to fifth. I think she will stay in fifth. Sorry, a little voice crack there. I think she'll stay in fifth here. Could possibly challenge Latanya and Jalen for third, but we'll see how that goes for the rest of the season. Yeah, because she actually has lowered ratings on the consistency side of things between everybody in top four. Emma Bartlett, she's actually the highest running winless driver right now. Definitely a kind of a decent surprise that she is running as well. I mean, definitely should have got her first win. She had two runner-ups, basically, kind of where this video kind of took place for the races there. Brady C is right behind her in the points well, so Braden could pass her. Chase Turner's kind of fallen off a rock a lot in these last few weeks, down to 8th in the standings. He is definitely needs to try to go out here and try to win a race to end off this year-long format run. He is currently second in the CRL standings, by the way. I think he did win a race there too as well. So he still needs to get a win here anyway in the CRL. Madison 8 sits there in ninth, and the Kate Summers right now does rank top 10 points. How about Kate Summers getting top 10? Applause to her for that. Her and Latanya, they're basically making their career best run CRL right now in the points in this series here. So definitely coming over from lesser area series once again here, coming back to run CRL, and they have really shown out so far this year, doing very well. Eli Johnson, Brett Campbell, Carly C surprisingly in 13. I thought she was a little lower. Cameron Perkins, also he's doing pretty well, better than I thought he was. Nick Owens running very good. Joshua Bartlett. Spoilers too, Joshua did get his first career win too in Sierra Lex, by the way. And yeah, right now sitting 16th in standings. He was a little more up there, but yeah, wasn't scored for Talladega because he didn't even get to really start the race there. And yeah, that hurt him the points. Connor Jackal 17th. Cam Spinner shockingly in 18th here. So even though his friend Cameron up there, he's kind of falling back. And we'll see how Megan Bell does the Sierra Lex so far. And she is, of course, running the final few races in the season. Trevor Stewart, Jet Turner, Oscar Caldwell, they round out all the drivers running the full season mainly. Jordan Bizzard, Ryan Smith, they stopped racing after, I want to say that was around 17, probably after Daytona, maybe. Um, no, not Daytona, probably Sonoma. But yeah, the Keratin, he does still lead second group after flipping at Talladega today too. Actually, by the way, yeah, Cheryl Simmons, Matt Solder, Osprey, Grace Barlow, Nia Darrell Walker, they're all in this list here. Benny Schultz started out a couple races later. I believe she started at New Hampshire. And then you got Kylie, Megan, and Maxley in this group, and the other two drivers, they only ran like 2 of the races on the season so far. So that'll really do your first video. So it's kind of like my first little kind of recap look through of the races here. I'll go say this. I'll probably recap for the next 4 weeks after, because I will probably do a recording of the Homestead finale. And who knows, maybe I'll just record the race, get the replay in, and then hey, maybe I'll try to do a live stream. I do actually have a new Wi-Fi. I don't know how good it is. So like I said, I posted today. Basically storms that have happened kind of around where I live a lot lately this last week, and some last night happened, and basically it made like I guess a power surge or whatever, and it messed up my whole Wi-Fi router, messed that up, messed up my garage door apparently. And then my phone's charger got broken too. But yeah, definitely a lot happened there. But anyway, that'll be for this video. Thanks for watching like always. This is the Kill Cable Wrestling signing out, and I'll see y'all next time.